Some stories are just timeless. They teach us something fundamental about who we are. This is one of those stories. It's about a poor farmer named Ramdan and how his entire world gets turned upside down by a single storm, only for him to find something incredible that will test the very core of his character. So our story starts on a high note, a moment of just pure, unfiltered hope. Ramdan, after years and years of struggling with bad crops, finally has a perfect harvest. He turns to his wife and says, "It seems God has finally heard us." He really believes their days of hunger are over, that a better life is right around the corner. But you know how these stories go. That feeling of relief, that joy, it was about to be washed away. A seemingly calm evening was about to turn into a night of absolute catastrophe. Okay, so this is where it all goes wrong. This is the moment Ramdan's entire world, everything he just built up hope for, comes crashing down. Just look at the contrast here. On one side, you have the promise of a future. On the other, the brutal reality. That very same evening, this vicious storm just rolls in out of nowhere. The rain was completely merciless, flooding the fields and destroying every last bit of the crop. All their dreams just gone. So, in desperation, Ramdan goes to the local moneylender, a man named Seth Hiraram, and begs for just a little more time. But he's met with a wall of ice. The moneylender just coldly says the land is his now. It's all there on the loan papers. And just like that, Ramdan's family loses everything: their ancestral land, their home, their last bit of hope. With absolutely nowhere else to turn, the family has no choice but to take shelter in the nearby forest. And this kicks off a whole new chapter for them, a daily, back-breaking fight just to survive. Ramdan's life becomes this relentless, soul-crushing cycle. He gets up at dawn, walks miles into the forest, chops wood until his body is screaming in pain, then hauls it back to the market to sell for barely anything. And what does he get? Just enough food to make it through one more night. And this moment right here, man, it just captures the heartbreak of their situation. Their dinner is nothing more than dry bread and some boiled vegetables. And his little daughter asks her mom, "Did the jaggery not come today?" It's such a small, innocent wish, but it's a luxury they just can't afford. It really shows you how little they truly have. But then, one day, everything changes. Pushing himself deeper into the woods than he's ever gone before, Ramdan takes a wrong turn. And that one little mistake, it's about to change his life forever. So imagine this. Evening setting in, rain starts to fall, and Ramdan realizes he is completely, totally lost. He's exhausted, he's defeated, and then he sees this faint glow in the distance. Is it help? A rescue? Or is it something much, much stranger? He stumbles towards the light and finds a cave. But inside, it's not a campfire. It's an entire kingdom, shimmering like it's made of pure gold. The streets, the houses, they're all there, but it's eerily silent. No people. He walks through this dreamlike village to a grand palace, where he's brought before a wise old king. The king listens to Ramdan's story and offers him a chest filled with gold coins. But he's very clear about one thing. This isn't charity. It's not pity. He tells him this is the reward for your hard work. It's a gift that recognizes Ramdan's incredible integrity and his refusal to give up, even in the face of so much suffering. Well, as you can imagine, this kind of good fortune doesn't go unnoticed for long. It very quickly attracts the greedy attention of the moneylender, Seth Hariram, and that sets the stage for the big conflict of our story. And here we really get to the heart of it all. On one side, you've got Ramdan, a man who does everything out of love for his family and a commitment to honest work. And on the other, you have the Seth, a man driven by nothing but his own endless, insatiable greed. So the Seth, consumed by suspicion and jealousy, secretly follows Ramdan all the way back to the cave. But when he tries to enter, this powerful voice booms out and stops him in his tracks. It says, "Your insides smell of greed. The king doesn't meet people like you." The magic of the cave itself judged him and found him unworthy. Let's just break it down, because the consequences couldn't be more direct. Ramdan returns to the cave with gratitude in his heart, and he's welcomed as a man of integrity. The Seth, on the other hand, follows with a heart full of greed, and he ends up trapped and imprisoned, a direct result of his own character. All right, this brings us to the final and maybe the most incredible part of the whole story. This is about Ramdan's journey from being a humble woodcutter to, well, something he never could have imagined. A while later, Ramdan gets called back to the Golden Palace, and the old king, who's apparently been watching him this whole time, makes a truly shocking proposal. The king is old, he has no heir, and in this honest, hard-working man, he sees the makings of a true leader. He sees a successor. And the king explains exactly why. It's not about bloodlines or status, it's all about character. He says to Ramdan, "We have tested your conduct, your honesty, and your hard work. These are the qualities of a true king." I mean, just look at this transformation. The man went from a farmer drowning in debt to a struggling woodcutter to a small business owner and finally to a king. And he was chosen purely because of his virtue. Every single step was a test of his character, and he passed every time. Even after he accepts the throne, Ramdan's humility doesn't change one bit. When his son excitedly says, "Wow, now I'm the son of a king," Ramdan gently corrects him. He says, "No, you are the son of a servant of the people." He gets it. He understands that real leadership is about service, not about privilege. And so, the story leaves us with this powerful question: is a crown won or is it earned? Think about it. The Seth tried to grab a fortune and was punished for his greed, but Ramdan, who never ever asked for power, had it given to him. It really makes you think about what truly qualifies a person for greatness. Is it that relentless, hungry ambition, or is it quiet, unwavering character?